Carolina.
We're in here.
Oh, hello. hello. Sorry, still studying what's left of my bracket. Not that there's much left to it. But I'll tell you what, Marty, I still have Nova, so I'm still in the hunt, believe it or not. I have the only of the final, I have the Elite Eight that I have left are Duke and Arizona, so. Whatever. At least I'm still alive.
Yeah, well, Duke's in the Final Four.
Yeah.
St. Pete got knocked off in the Elite Eight by North Carolina, so that side of my bracket's dead because I had St. Pete go against Texas Tech in the Final Four.
Yeah, Texas.
And I had St. Pete going all the way, so
Right.
I'm all done there.
Right. Well, let's start over. I'm sorry that we were still studying, and this is March Madness, and this is what we do here. So, Marty Mad Dog Murphy, I'm Matt LaMadeline. Welcome to the show. Please give us a call if you'd like to. It's 203-753-7593. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on cable13.com. Check us out on, what did I say, channel 98, I think it was?
96.
96 in Wolcott. If, or any of the cable that you could find us on.
We're there.
We're there, trying, and certainly if you go on YouTube, go into the search bar and you type in SKYE, Cable 13, and then Sports Talk, and you have all of our old shows after this live show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely check us out. We've been back since November, and what is this, Marty? Year?
29.
God, I lost. Yeah, I don't know. We
Probably
lost
right around 29.
Yeah, we lost a couple of years to COVID, so we'll say right about 26, 27.
Nah, I'd say more 28, 29.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't
Yeah,
think we're that old,
think,
am I?
I think
Might be that old.
I think we were on 26 when COVID hit, so that would make us almost 29.
Trying to think, how old was I?
11.
You're right. Yes, I was 11 years old. You're right. Good answer. Good answer. So, I don't know what else we really have to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit about Major League Baseball. We certainly have the UConn women tonight. I do have a NASCAR report if we get to it. I saw also, Marty, that Tyreek Hill got traded to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, a whole bunch of players bouncing around.
Oh yeah, I mean, I right now, if I was a quarterback in the AFC, and I wanted a chance to go into the Super Bowl, I'd be asking to get traded to the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. The only legitimate quarterback left in the NFC to think about going to a Super Bowl is Brady, Rodgers, and Stafford.
Yeah, right.
After that, there's not a legitimate quarterback in the NFC.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think that far since it's football season.
You want to say Jeff Goff?
Yeah, no.
From Detroit? You think Detroit got a good enough team?
No.
I mean,
no, I don't think so.
You got Chicago with Fields. Fields only in his second year.
Right? Yeah. There's not a lot.
The Giants got Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, right? Yeah,
What is he on his third coordinator? And
Yeah.
I still don't know if they got an offensive line or anything. So I mean.
Yeah, the draft's coming up in April as always, and
I thought they were doing it later this year. I thought they were doing it in June this year.
Oh, you know what? Maybe because of USFL, they have to.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
And when I saw that USFL starts April 10th, I turned around and said to myself, "That's why the baseball agreement came so fast.
Oh,
they had to start. They had to start before the USFL. Otherwise, they might as well have stayed out till after the UFL season was over because people would have had football. They wouldn't have cared.
Well, that was my thing would anybody have even cared about baseball if,
Yeah, especially because from what I understand, the USFL is going to make it because the NFL is backing it.
Okay.
They're basically using it as a minor league leading into the draft.
Well, they should.
And it gives all the players that they know aren't getting drafted, gives them a place to show their talents that they could end up being undrafted signed free agents,
right,
to get into the
NFL.
NFL.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Why not have a guy playing and then scout him and everything else instead of just taking a chance on a college kid, right?
Right.
I agree. Let's go to my father on line 1. Dad, you there?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, Dad? How you doing today?
Good. I was telling Mike that I couldn't get the show last night because we took my cousin to the airport.
Oh, okay.
From Myers, they would get back till 9 o'clock. So.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, you are absolutely entitled, Dad. You're down in Florida, retired, having a good old time. So, but you are welcome to call anytime, as you know. What's going on down there? Anything good? Full of baseball?
Telling Mike, it's 85 degrees today. Nice little breeze. The palm trees are swaying.
Nice.
Beautiful down here.
It's 21 degrees up here.
Yeah, somehow it's
Yeah,
turned.
that's what Mike was saying.
Yeah, it turned to winter again, Dad.
Winter's not over.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first day of spring just went by, too.
Yeah, yeah. It's unbelievable. We were having snow squalls today. It was in the 20s. The wind was whipping. I don't know.
The funny thing that got me is I brought my granddaughters to school today,
Yeah.
and during the winter, they called school off, and they had me driving them to school, and there was more snow on the ground
Yeah.
in Beacon Falls when I'm going up the hill to bring them to the school than there was in the winter when they called school.
Yeah. I don't know. So, anyways, Dad, are you still interested in NCAA's, even though UConn's been out for a while? And
Oh, yeah, we're watching. I think the women are going to have a very tough game today. Because what happened with NC State, they were behind in Notre Dame, and they came back and won that game. So, Paige better have the game of her life tonight, I think.
yeah, that's right. The UConn women are tipping off at 7 o'clock, which is probably right about now,
Yeah.
right?
And they probably just tipped off or thereabouts.
Yes, and they are playing they are the number 2 seed.
Yeah,
in the
they're playing the
bracket.
number 1 seed in their bracket.
Yeah, and they're another home game, Dad, in Bridgeport. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, another home game for the UConn women.
I hope they do well because,
Yeah.
they've been playing well. I think Paige is coming along very well, and I think she's going to have a great game tonight. And I still think UConn's going all the way.
Okay.
The one thing I got to say in UConn's favor, and which should scare every other team right now, is they're showing, because of Paige going down, how much deeper that team is.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say that,
played
yeah.
10 players. They may not all score in double figures, but they're all close.
Yeah, yeah. So, Dad, how about the men's side? I mean, I know you probably didn't do a bracket, but you got Duke and Nova left, and you got NC State and Kansas. Who do you like, and what are you thinking?
I think it's going to be Villa and Nova and Duke, and I'm hoping for Nova. But I'll tell you, the sentiment is so big on Coach K that
If
people
Duke wins the title,
really
it
root
was
for
bought.
Duke, it's not fair.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody's right, making a big deal about Coach K. And don't get me wrong, he was a great coach and everything. He's a great coach, but I don't want to see him win another one.
If Duke wins it this year, it was paid for.
Well,
I'm sorry, it was paid for.
well, think about all the craziness of this NCAA tournament, and we ended up with 4 common names in the Final Four,
Yeah.
even though none of them were number 1 seeds.
Right, and they've all won multiple championships.
Yeah, yeah. Even UNC making it all the way, which is pretty incredible as a number 8 seed. We've seen plenty of North Carolina over the years.
I still wanted to see St.
I'm
Peter's.
not that crazy about the ACC. I don't like those teams very much.
Well, I know that you're rooting for Nova because that's all that's left for the Big East.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Nova. Yeah.
Well, Dad, I'll tell you what. If Villanova wins, I will win $350 in a basketball NCAA bracket. So I'm rooting hard for Nova.
And we're going drinking after you win.
Yeah,
Your
maybe,
treat.
maybe, yeah, probably, huh? So yes, I don't know. I don't like any of the games, but I'm hoping that Villanova will find a way to win them. Win 2 more is all I need.
Matter of fact, we'll wait till your dad comes up and we'll take him out drinking your drink.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Looking
yeah,
forward to that.
Yeah. Dad, is baseball in full swing down in Florida now? I mean, can you tell?
We got our money back. They started spring training 2 days after our scheduled game. So
Yeah.
we got our money back, and they're playing now. So
Okay.
we never got to see them. So.
Yeah. So are you going to take a ride over to the Braves Stadium or no?
Kind of lost interest,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once I got my money back, and we've gone that far into the season, we're not really that interested anymore.
Yeah, besides, football starts April 10th.
Yeah. Yeah. We were already talking about that.
USFL.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
USFL is going to take place and hopefully knock baseball right off the face of the earth. But We know that won't happen.
I won't knock
Okay,
'em-
guys, have a good show.
All right, Dad. Thanks a lot as always for calling. Love you.
No, the USFL won't
Bye.
knock them off.
Take care.
USFL won't knock baseball up.
No,
but
no.
What it's gonna do, and what baseball shot themselves in the foot again, is you sat there and you with all the stuff that went down,
All the shenanigans.
all the stuff that went down over the COVID,
Yep.
trying to get a schedule to play then,
Yep.
and showing how the animosity then, and not getting that straightened out before you started negotiating a new CBA now, and then doing what they did, starting spring training so late and threatening to cancel games and everything.
Right.
You've really shut the casual fan off. And the one thing about the casual fan, they all love football. And I believe this. The only reason why the owners finally caved and almost gave the players everything they wanted was because they knew the USFL was starting, and if they didn't get back playing, they knew they would definitely lose in all the casual fans of football, because they're gone in a minute, and they may be already.
Right, and here's the thing too, Marty, is you and I are baseball fans, older fans. They don't cater to us anymore anyways, but there's no young fans to cater to because they're not baseball fans like we have always been.
And like I said, that's because of the baseball. It's the baseball owners.
Right.
It's exactly what it is. Because the baseball owners base their payroll. They base that off their TV money.
Right. It's all about TV. We know that. It's all about
But
TV.
here's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Their payroll is based off their TV money.
Yep.
Which means their stadium money is share profit.
Right.
There is no reason to be having $2,500 seats just to sit by the dugout at Yankee Stadium,
I
at
agree.
Dodger Stadium.
I agree.
And like I said, it's not just Yankee Stadium, it's all over.
You're not going to have an argument from me, Marty. That's for sure.
And what they've done is they priced the common fan out to where they can't turn. Now, my dad, when I was younger, my dad would take me, my two brothers,
Right.
and a couple of kids in the neighborhood. We would all go to a Sunday game. Take the train.
Right.
Take the train in
Right,
New York.
right.
Do Lower Manhattan for 4 hours. Go to the stadium, watch a football game, come back and hop on the train and go home.
Not a football game, a baseball,
And baseball
game. I was
game.
going to say.
I mean, and we had money to spend.
Yeah.
Now, family of four, it's cheaper to take the train than it is to drive to Yankee Stadium
Right.
and pay to go to the game, because you're going to pay $300 for seats. Then you're going to pay $80 to park.
Right.
If you're going to a Sunday game, it's a one. You pay one fare. You get the round trip back. So you're paying like $13 a person to go round trip on the train.
I know you're a big train guy, but I'm not spending the whole day on the train.
But
not doing that.
I'm sorry. I'm not paying $80 to park and then
Right.
then sitting in traffic to try to get home when I can walk right up the, instead not being like the other guys that run down to the train that they put in.
Right.
I walk up the subway. There's nobody up there. Hop on the subway, 2-minute ride down to Grand Central. Hop on the train.
But you don't do that anymore because you don't go to games.
I go once in a while. I still go once in a while.
I have
Very
not been to
seldom.
a game in many years, and I have no intentions of going, to be honest with you. I would go to a game maybe one this year, but whatever. So, Marty, back to basketball, because I have a list of all the upsets, and the whole tournament has been just incredible. And it didn't end last week when we were talking about all the runs and the number of 15s and everything, because after last week's show, number 15 St. Peter's dumped Purdue.
Just like I said they would.
Yep. Arkansas dumped number 4 Arkansas dumped the number 1 seed Gonzaga. Number 5 Houston knocked off number 1 Arizona. Number 8 UNC, who's made an incredible run, knocked off number 4 UCLA. And it goes on and on. Yeah. Look, we had a Sweet 16 game. Was it a Sweet 16 game? Number 11, yes, Iowa against number 10 Miami.
Yeah.
So I mean it's just crazy. I cannot believe. I mean, you can't see my bracket, but it's become nothing but a worksheet.
Are any of the number 1 seeds still alive?
No. We have number 2 Duke and number 2 Nova, and we have number 8 UNC. Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. Kansas is the number 1 seed.
I thought there was one number 1 still alive.
Yeah. And that's too bad because I was rooting so hard for Providence, and Providence played a great game against them, but just could not finish.
I was
it off.
rooting for St. Pete. I wanted the
Yeah.
Peacocks.
No, I know you did. And and what was it? It was National Peacock Day that they actually beat Purdue as well. Or I don't know if that's made up, but that's what they were saying on TV.
Well, it was National Peacock Day in New Jersey that day.
Yeah, it certainly was. Certainly was. So yeah, so they're all moved down to New Orleans, and the games are what, like 6 and 8, something like 6 and 9 on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday and Monday, and the women play I think Friday and Sunday.
Okay. Now I saw that you were going over the women's bracket. Do you have UConn's path to the final?
Yes.
Final Four if they get there.
If UConn knocks off North Carolina State tonight,
Yeah. Which
they
hopefully they will.
They will play Stanford in the Final Four.
Okay.
And on the other side is South Carolina playing.
South Carolina is a big nemesis of UConn, right?
Stanford is too.
Yeah.
But you got Michigan against San Diego State tonight. Winner goes against South Carolina.
Okay.
That's a 3 seed. No, it's a 6 seed against a 10 seed.
I can see you forgot your glasses.
Yeah.
And here we go. Would you like to use mine?
No, it doesn't.
All right. So UConn women tonight tipping off right now. If somebody can get us a score, that'd be awesome. But if not, we'll be out of here by 7:30 anyways.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be watching sometime soon. You like their chances tonight, obviously.
Yeah, I think they can knock off NC State.
Okay. And again, like we said, it is in the Bridgeport bracket, and the game's down in Bridgeport, so it's another home game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they had the Big East tournament at Unksville, right?
Yeah.
So they were home for that, and then they've been home for how many wins? 3 wins so far?
Yeah, two wins up at Stores and the win down at win down at
Yeah,
down in
I
Bridgeport.
just, I can't believe that they actually get home games though.
Well, the way it's set up, and they don't know that UConn's going to be in. Because they can't guarantee
assume.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
assume they're going
assume,
to be there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
And they always put the 1s and 2s
Right.
at home,
Okay.
and till they get to the regionals.
Okay.
And then what they do is they try to keep the regionals close,
Okay.
so that there's not that much traveling
Right.
till the end.
Right. And I agree with with COVID and with these, they are college students. We have to remember
Yeah,
that.
and they're supposed to be getting education, not just playing basketball.
Yeah. Right. And I'll tell you what, just 2 great weeks though, huh? Of just basketball in general. Actually, more than that with the tournaments and everything. But,
Yeah, that's the nice thing. Having the Paramount Network.
Yeah.
I did get to watch a decent amount of the games because the one thing it does give me is CBS, so I was able to watch the men's games.
Okay.
What I didn't like was I have Roku, so it gives me the ESPN channel,
Yeah.
but it only gives me certain stuff.
Okay.
When the women's tournament started, I went to ESPN. I said, just for the heck of it, I'll see if I can watch the game. I see UConn Mercer. Turn it on, watch the whole game, no problem.
Wow. Okay.
When the next game come up,
Yeah.
turned it on.
Yeah.
5 minutes would not play. It said went straight to $60-something if I wanted to get it.
Wow. So they gave you the
and
first round just a tease.
Yep, to pay for the year. So I decided I'd have some fun. Let me go on YouTube and see if I can get it.
Yeah.
So I go to YouTube, put in UConn Women. I find the UConn Women's game. I turn it on, watch it. Halfway through the second quarter, they black out the screen.
Wow.
I'm like, it's getting as bad as the cable company.
Yeah. Well, Marty, that's the problem. They pay big money for these tournaments. I mean, look at CBS, TBS, TNT, True TV. I mean, they are paying incredible amounts of money for this. They are.
But what I found out, and because I had pulled up CBS, FSB, I get FSB for free.
Okay.
So any game that's on Channel 3,
Okay.
I watch for free.
Okay.
I don't have to pay for nothing.
Right, because that's a local.
Right.
It's a local channel.
But now ESPN is local.
It's a cable network, though.
But it's local.
It is. No,
It's
you
local.
know what? It's not unless you have a
It's
cable
local.
network. Right.
It's a local channel.
Well,
Yes,
okay.
they made it. They made it the sports flagship, and the reason why they're charging so much money for it is because more people are paying to have the Yes Network,
Right.
SNY,
Right.
Nesson, MSG, than they're willing to pay for ESPN.
Right. Okay. Hey, listen. The bottom line is that ESPN does not rule the college, the sports world anymore. They were for a while.
But they think they do.
Right.
And they try to charge like they do. And
Well, yeah, they do. They do. And you know what? The bottom line is, I think someday we're going to see some kind of a la carte. And you know what? Maybe that's the way it should be.
Well, I
I
heard.
I lost MSG this year, which I love my hockey, and that was the only time I was able to see the Devils when they played the Rangers, and when the Rangers were away, and it's too bad. So I have no Devils hockey this year.
They were talking on sports radio that the NFL commissioner is in negotiations to move all playoff games and the Super Bowl to pay-per-view.
They can try. I mean, I won't be paying per view. I would go out for the Super Bowl and maybe pay a $5 admission to go in and watch the game or something. But I'm not going to buy a year subscription to watch the NFL.
No,
I mean, look at the games are already. The Thursday games are already going to be on Amazon Prime or something like that. Which, you know what? Listen, I'm not. If it's not going to be on a regular channel, then I'm not watching.
Well, that's it. The other reason why Major League Baseball had to rush to get this contract put in is they just signed an $85 million a year deal with Apple TV for a doubleheader Friday night exclusive. So if the Yankees happen to be an Apple Friday night doubleheader, you can't watch it on Yes. Or whatever, or FS1 like the Yankees have been all this time.
Well, Marty, the bottom line is this: you know what? You either pay or you don't, and I will choose not to pay. So I just won't watch the games. I'll turn on the USFL instead.
I'll go back to listening on radio.
Well, that's true, right? I mean, radio better always be free. But you know what, Marty? The problem is that the money has become way too much, and it's the salaries. And it's going to the games, and it's the advertisement, and it's the television, it's the rights to the leagues, it's the greed. It's greed.
But and let's get it right.
It's greed.
You're able to say, you're able to say the players are being greedy. You can say that if you want.
They're all greedy, Marty. All of them.
You're able to say the players are being greedy.
All of them.
Where the greed is at, it's greed with the owners.
Well, listen.
Because
they own the team.
Let's put it this way, all right? Dick Erickson owned that company, all right? He's worth this much money.
Right.
We know we didn't have a union, but we knew union guys were making, let's say, $40 an hour.
Right.
We wanted that $40 an hour. We weren't getting it, but we wanted it.
Right.
We had an option to go someplace else.
Right.
Where in sports, you don't have that option. Because what the owners have turned around and done in football, in basketball, and in baseball, basically has put a salary cap in so that now players aren't allowed to move unless they fall under the salary cap. I mean, I don't care what baseball says. The luxury tax is a salary cap.
Yeah.
What they basically said is we're going to pay you what you want. If you don't want it, we may make $5 billion a year or $20 billion a year. We don't want to pay you no more. Right.
Marty, the bottom line is most players are handsomely paid to do what they do.
That's what you're right. The majority the majority of players don't make crap.
Right. Well, they can go out and get real jobs like us, and then they will make not nearly what they make.
Right.
Now.
I agree.
Right.
But the point being,
right,
the players should be paid fairly.
Right.
And
I feel they're being paid very fairly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
why do we continually come up with this same argument, Marty, every week on the show? We're talking about money that's just stupid money that none of us matters to any of us anyway.
What bothers me is everybody wants to blame the players.
I'm not blaming the players. I'm blaming all of them. Every single one of them.
The reason why the fans can't afford to go to games anymore is because the owners don't care about the fans anymore. And until the fans start turning around and telling the owners, I mean, the very first Super Bowl that goes pay-per-view, if no one buys it, owners will catch on. They finally pushed it too far.
I just don't see why they would ever do it because they're making so much money with advertising, with television rights, with all that they need to do that. I just don't think they would because they would shut out too much of the world.
Well, the commissioner wants a bigger raise.
Well,
$40 million a year ain't it? $40 million a year isn't enough.
right.
You need a bigger raise.
Right. So, anyways, Major League Baseball opens up on April 7th, Marty,
Yep.
and the Yankees and the Red Sox are opening up together at Yankee Stadium.
At Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, and it's a 3-game series.
Yeah, they play the 7th, the 9th, and the 10th.
Well, don't you worry, it'll be sold out, I'm sure.
Well, game 1 will be sold out
Yeah, yeah.
because it's April,
Right.
and game 1 will be a day game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If game 2 and game 3 are night games,
Yeah.
guarantee you, if you have 20,000 people in the seats, you'll be lucky because you know cold weather in April.
Marty, and I have no interest in going to April baseball, by the way. I used to go with my uncle on day 2 because we could get tickets and they were a hell of a lot cheaper.
Right.
But,
You can't touch it.
yeah,
You can't
I'm
touch
not
opening day tickets
interested
anymore.
in going to April baseball unless there's a freebie, and there's not many freebies out there. Because to me, it's still the commitment. Even if you get a free ticket, like we've talked about, you train in, you drive in. It's
Yeah.
it's a full and especially Yankee Red Sox baseball. That's a 3.5-hour adventure usually.
Or going doing no timers day game.
Right. Oh.
That could be remember 8-hour commitment.
Oh, yeah, that was a one and done for me. It was an awesome day. Don't forget me. Don't forget. But
Yeah,
I
but
will.
we never thought that the Yankees Mariners were gonna go 14 innings.
Yes. Yeah. It turned out to be a good day, a very memorable day, obviously. But geez, that was just too long. And I don't even think they were selling concessions anymore, right?
No,
That's how
they shut the concessions down after the bottom of the 7th because
Yeah.
they figured they one thing they wanted to make sure no more booze was being sold.
Right.
They shut everything down like at the 7th inning stretch.
Couldn't even get a water after 6 more innings, So listen, we're basically done for the day. We will be back for the National Championship preview show next week, which I'm awesome.
Yeah,
at basketball.
that'll be a 9 o'clock start.
Yeah, but I'm hoping for Nova against UNC.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, UNC, knock off Duke, please.
Yeah. No
Please.
Duke, no Kansas. All right, hey, Dad, as always, thank you for the call. And Marty, great job as always. I'm Matt LaMadeline, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy what's left of your basketball